Hello and welcome to this late morning taste challenge. We have two rums, both from Puerto Rico and both 40% alcohol. We have from 1914, Castillo Gold. Castillo, now a Bacardi limited brand. I have the website link. It doesn't say anything about it on their website, it just says other brands, and then they give a long list of other Bacardi limited brands. There's the Castillo symbol, castle. So it's got a picture of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean islands down all the way down to Trinidad and Tobago. And then it has a little piece of South America on there. And it says Castillo Gold Puerto Rican rum, distilled by Castillo and Company Rum, Catano, Puerto Rico. It's kind of a rough finish. It's really not a rough finish, but it feels like fine grain sandpaper. Okay. On the bottle, you would never know it's a Bacardi brand, and I think that's by intention. This was bottled on the 351st day of 2018, and they had it on discount at Discount Depot. This was $6.99 for this 1 liter bottle. How about that? Pretty popular brand. No, you don't see it winning awards. You don't see people doing videos about it. Really, it's popular. It's popular, but it's cheap, inexpensive. They're one of their value brands. Okay. And there's a lot of value rums, value whiskeys, value gin, and all that. Now we have one that's $30 a bottle, okay? Although I saw that Mathern's had it on sale for $28.99, $28.95. This is the Bacardi Reserva Ocho. Okay, got the red seal, the Bacardi Bat. Aged 8 years in white oak, filtered through a secret blend of charcoal. It's got a wooden cap and a rubber stopper. Family reserved for over a century. Now they claim that this was what the family drank. Aged for a full 8 years under the Caribbean sun and crafted for a refined flavor, warming notes of wood, apricot, nutmeg, and butterscotch. Excellent, neat, or in an old-fashioned. Learn more at Bacardi.com. And they're saying on the website this is was released to the public, but it used to be a private thing for the family. Bottled on the 225th day of 2018. Bottled Jacksonville, Florida. Ooh. Now this one doesn't say that. It just said produced in Puerto Rico. So this one might be bottled in Puerto Rico. This one in Jacksonville. I'd like to tour that facility in Florida, but guess I'll never be able to. Probably don't give tours. That's the ones you want to go on, the ones that are production only facilities, because it'd be more interesting than these showcase tours. Like I saw some YouTube videos about the Jim Beam distillery tour, but it's not really it's really not the distillery. It's the Jim Beam experience tour, where they show you how they make rum, I'll get it right, bourbon and all that. But it's just like a little tourist thing. And they don't take you into the meat of the plant, of the actual distillery where you see all the interesting stuff. Now at Barton 1792, yeah, they take you into it. You get the real industrial feel. And then if you go to Buffalo Trace, you get a good taste of that too. They don't take you back in the back though, where you'd like to see them bottling the, the Canadian crest and the Inverhouse Scotch and all that. They don't want you to. That's not what they want in your head. Miller gives a good tour over there in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, because they take you into the guts of the plant, and they don't try to hide brands. If you go to Miller, they'll have Blatz on the line. That's not one of their brands. It's a Pabst brand. They don't try to hide it. They got malt liquor. They even have part of their thing. What kind of beers is this? And people guess malt liquor, right? So Miller's very blue collar. You know, they're not trying to be hoity-toity or hide things. But Anheuser-Busch Tour, same thing. Those you see Bud Ice getting bottled. They take you into the place where they're cooking the rice, where they're cooking the barley. Let you go in the aging room and let you drink Bud Light right out the aging tank, if that's what they have that day available. Who knows? You might go there one day and you'd be tasting Hurricane malt liquor out the aging tank, but probably you wouldn't be. But now Anheuser-Busch are a little more cagey about that. They really don't want to get into the malt liquor discussion too much, even though that's a part of their portfolio. So Bacardi's the same way. It's like, oh yeah, we had these other brands, but let's talk about Bacardi stuff now. Let's focus on that. Okay. Well, let's focus on this. You know that the Reserva Ocho is going to be darker. If I have some time today, I want to watch some more videos on the rums of Puerto Rico, because they have really good videos about all their different brands, like Don Q and all of these companies. It's a trade association. Now the appearance is lighter for the Castillo. I don't know if it's showing up in video because sometimes it doesn't capture the true color, but the Castillo here is lighter than the Bacardi Reserva Ocho. It's not way lighter. It is a little lighter. It might only been aged a year. Did they add coloring, food coloring, caramel color? They might. I don't know. It's allowed in rum. If you look on the Tax and Trade Bureau website, they have a glossary of what all the terms mean. And then there's a guideline, regulation, labeling regulations, and then what the things can contain. They're most strict about bourbon. I guess that's because it's got to be from America. You know, they want to make sure this was American bourbon. We want it to be America's showcase liquor. If it's blended American whiskey, that's cheap junk anyway. Nobody really cares. That's probably the attitude of the U.S. government. Who cares if they add color into it? It's $7.99 at the grocery store. Well, you can understand that. If you had T.W. Samuel's blended American whiskey for $7.99 and or whatever the price is, I've seen it for $6.19, and it had no color in it, it might just be clear. You might say, oh, that looks like moonshine. After 3 years, it would get a little color on it, even in a used barrel. But it just would be so pale, so very pale. I think that the Reserva Ocho is going to have a sweet, candy, sugary aroma, and the Castillo Gold is going to have a rubbing alcohol aroma. That's what it smells and tastes like to me, rubbing alcohol. That was the least favorite of the cheap rums I bought so far, the cheap gold rums. The Skull, very interesting. You think it's just going to be trash, but no. The Aristocrat had a lot of intricate qualities, so I was shocked by Aristocrat as well. I was actually shocked by Castillo because it was way worse than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to have a lot of different things going on and be nice to try, but I wasn't too impressed. But I'm going to give it a chance, you know. SK Reviewer says, Havana Club is one of my favorite rums, but it is Cuban. There's two versions. There's the Cuban version that the government of Cuba started putting out after they seized control and stole people's property in 1959, 1960. But Bacardi fled the scene and took all their recipes with them from the communists, and they make their own Havana Club coming from Puerto Rico, which they say is the real, because it's their brand. Now the Cubans are going to claim, no, this is the real Havana Club, the vanguard of the proletariat Havana Club. All right. Because I saw Havana Club twice in the last month. The dark, the white, the gold, and the 151 proof. I'd like to try them. I'd like to try Gosling also from the British colony of Gibraltar. Not Gibraltar. What's it called? Bermuda. Oh, they don't say colony anymore. That's an old term. They rather say that they say, oh, it's an overseas territory. Okay. So from the British overseas territory of Bermuda. Gosling. But I mean, I can't buy everything all at once, right? I'd like to try all these things, but it's only so much time. This one has sugar, but it's got that rubbing alcohol note. Wood. It's got wood though. Must be the Bacardi 8-year, the Ocho, Reserva Ocho. Now they used to have something they called Bacardi 8-year, but now they got the Reserva Ocho. And from what I can understand, but I can't document it, I can't prove it. It seems that this is different. That it's a new formula. It's the family something, but I don't know. I don't know if it's that different. Oh, this is the Castillo. Oh, baby. Why do I say it's the Castillo? Because it smells strange and weird and inappropriate, like Castillo Gold smelled the other 3 times I tried it. First, the aroma. I don't know. Is it wood or is it corn husks? Maybe it's like sugarcane stalks. And you people that live around Louisiana, you know what I'm talking about when those trucks come down the road and they got all that compressed sugarcane refuse, like all the stalks that they squeeze the juice out of, and they got them loaded up on this big hamper truck. It's like a big basket. And it's all starting to rot. They got flies all over it, and it stinks like rotting. I don't know what it smells like, rotting vegetable matter. And it's called bagasse. They actually take it to this recycling place and they refine it. They recycle it into press board, particle board that they use to make houses. You know, the outside of a house, they paint it. All these houses around here use that bagasse siding. Yeah, it's all right. But after a while, it'll deteriorate, break down, you know, especially at the bottom of the house. Oh, anyway, you don't want to hear all that. But this smells kind of like the bagasse. So are they using the highest quality cane sugar products to make this? How could that be if it's $6.99 a liter? I know that was an unusually low price. Maybe it's $10.99, the normal price for that liter bottle, but still, I'm sure it's some. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just what they choose to make. Somebody told me, oh, that's just Bacardi Gold that doesn't pass muster. Somebody told me that if they do Bacardi Gold and it's deficient in some way, they make it into Castillo Gold. I mean, it's possible. How would I know? I don't know the internal workings of Bacardi Limited. But I don't see how they sat down and drank this and tasted it and said, wow, it's so exquisite. It's so unique. It is unique. Well, it is unique because I never smelled anything like it. It has a lot of intricate qualities. Let's make it our value brand. I'm sure they said, ooh, sell it to the bums. You know, sell it to the bums. They'll drink anything. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Maybe I'll start to like it. You know, everything I hate, I end up liking anyway. If I hate it really badly, I'll start liking it. It does start to kind of clear up a little bit as you let it breathe. It starts to bring in some wood and I was saying olive oil. It's stinging in the nose though. It's interesting. You can't accuse it of being boring, bland, dull, ho-hum, or nothing. Some people might tell me, you don't know, you haven't grasped the concept of Castillo Gold yet. I may not have, but I'm going to call it Castillo Gold. I haven't even tasted it. See, Castillo. Yeah, there's no mistake in it. Oh, man. So I guess these on aroma only as I predicted I would. Now let's go with the flavor. just for the heck of it. Now, then I'll eat lunch. Oh man. The Reserva Ocho is all the things that rum should be from my drinking experience. Rich wood, sweet sugar, light molasses, maybe some vanilla. I don't know about all these other things. I don't even remember what it said on the bottle. That's what I just told you. That's what I'm tasting. Now, what about this other stuff? Notes of wood. I just said that. Apricot. I ain't tasting any apricot, but I don't have a lot of experience with apricot. Nutmeg. Nutmeg. Butterscotch. I'm not getting all that, but then they're experts. I'm not. They make rum all day and they taste rum all day, so they know more about it. So they might. I'm sure they can pick up a lot of things that I could never dream of picking up. I'm just saying, but to me, I don't taste all that. It's kind of spicy though, so it is spicy. I guess nutmeg makes sense. It's pretty spicy. All right, yeah, it's dynamite for $30 a bottle. Oh yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it for $30 a bottle. Oh, and you might find it on sale like I did for $17.50 a bottle. I don't know how I keep running. Johnny Neely says, "How you keep running across these great deals?" I say, "I don't know, but I'm gonna keep jumping at the opportunity." Oh man. That takes no prisoner. That is a take no prisoner approach. I don't know how you could be an old bomb drinking this. Oh yeah, that's right. You would mix it with orange juice or 7-Up or Hawaiian Punch, something like that. Yeah. I don't think anybody's drinking this stuff neat. No way. Nobody's drinking Castillo Gold neat. Oh, it gives me the shivers. Man, you ever drank a rum or a cheap liquor where you took a sip and it just gave you the shivers? Like, oh no, I've done that with beer. Like that Four Loko Gold. I thought to myself, sitting out in the backyard, I said, oh, I tried not to show it on camera. I was like, what have you done? I'll never drink that again unless somebody will share with me. Like I've had 4 people that would share it, just to see what it tastes like. I might do it, but to drink a whole 24-ounce can of 14% alcohol, Four Loko, I don't need that in my life. The camo, I couldn't do. I had to dump that out. That was just too. Oh no. This one is something like that. This one is pretty. You got to admire him, though. You do have to admire this company to put this out on the market with a straight face. Yeah, there's something to that. Like, they're like, here it is. That's wood, and I guess that's what alcohol tastes like when it's made out of light molasses. I don't know. It's kind of watery. I'm gonna try to pin down some redeeming qualities in it. I haven't yet. If this would have been the first rum I ever tried, I may never have drank another one. But luckily, happily, the first rum I ever tried was the Myers's dark. That dark, it's almost thick like syrup. Oh, what a dynamite product. It's about $18 a bottle, but I got 18 for a liter. But that's a great, great product. And then I had the Bacardi Dark, another great product. I said, oh yeah, this is a great rum adventure, And then I tried the Bacardi Gold. Yeah, not as exotic, but still good, still credible, good product. Then the Grand Reserva Diaz, awesome. The Grand Reserva Ocho, awesome. And then I stumbled upon Castillo Gold. I was like, ooh. Good morning, Ron. Have you seen the film The Rum Diary based on Hunter S. Thompson's novel? Says Kurt. No? I haven't read the novel either, but I had a friend, he read it. A guy I used to work with. He was a teacher, a coach. He was all into Hunter S. Thompson and everything. If I was writing a rum diary, I wouldn't spend too many chapters on this stuff, but maybe I would just have a chapter called What's Wrong in the World. I don't know. It's so pale. Maybe it's not colored. Oh, man. I'm not spitting it out, though. I'm not dumping it. So I'm able to drink it. Oh, the burn on it. Oh. This could be a cure for alcoholics, though, because they'd be like, I drink all the time, man. It's like, well, drink this all the time. They might say, I'm cleaning up. I'm cleaning it up. I'm getting out of that lifestyle because I got to drink this. If I got to drink this, I'm going sober, you know, so it could work. My friend's problem, who died at age 49 from drinking endlessly all day long. Horrible story. Horrible, horrible. No, I never seen anything like that, you know, but I guess it happens every day, you know. But his problem is he was drinking Crown Royal every day. Crown and Coke every day, all day, whole bottle every day. So he was drinking something really good, you know, that made him want to drink more, I guess, you know. He wasn't drinking what's the cheap Canadian whiskey? I don't know. Trying to think of that bad one. I was about to say Gibson's. I don't know. If I had to drink Gibson's every day, I wouldn't be no drunk. I would just drink water or something. That's probably my least favorite so far. The stinking. And then Black Velvet. I couldn't be an old drunk on that stuff. Or even the Reserve. It's kind of harsh. So maybe Crown Royal. I mean, he loved Crown Royal is the #1 selling alcohol in this part of Louisiana by any measurement. Crown Royal really wears the crown in Louisiana. I mean, it blows everything else out the water. That's all people talk about. Go and get some Crown. Go and get some Crown Peach. Crown Peach, baby. These people are crazy for Crown Royal around here. I mean, Ontario ought to annex Louisiana, make it part of Canada, because these people go berserk over Crown Royal around here. You say, what about JD? What about Jack Daniels? Well, of course it's popular, but it can't even hold a candle to Crown Royal. I don't see stores getting pallets and pallets of Jack Daniels. No way. Crown Royal is the king. The king. What about Jim Beam? Same thing. I mean, yeah, people buy it, but it doesn't touch nothing. Believe me, nothing touches Crown Royal around here. It's not even close. It's a joke. Yet here I am not drinking it, right? Not doing videos. I could be scoring, you know, views. If it was all about the views, wouldn't I be doing Crown Royal? Makes sense, right? Be doing Tito's vodka, not some Taka vodka. Actually, I never made a video for that. I just drank it. Well, obviously, the Bacardi Reserva Ocho destroys the Castillo Gold by any kind of assessment level. It's so much better. It's laughable. The sweet sugary. Oh, it's so sweet and sugary. Now, some people that don't like sweet, if you don't have a sweet tooth, oh no, you'll be a turnoff. It's like drinking alcohol sugar. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it better be that good for $30 a bottle. If I'm paying $30 a bottle, it better be a winner. You know what I mean? It's a clear winner. Now, Castillo Gold, you say, well, you only paid $6.99 for the liter. It's no big loss. Yeah, that's right. But honestly, when I bought it, I thought it would taste better than this. You know, I thought it might not be too bad. It'd just be like bland. But that's not really its calling card. It is watery. Look at how watery it is. It swishes around in that glass like liquid water. You say liquid water. Well, what other kind of water do they have, fool? They got water vapor, and they got solid water, you know, ice. I don't know. This is going to go down as like a real interesting item. I'm going to remember this. I'll never forget Castillo Gold. If I'm at a party and I see Castillo Gold and people are drinking, I'm going to be like, oh, bazing, y'all drink a Castillo Gold. And they'll be like, yeah, man, we love it. I'll be asking them why, though. Like, why? I'm not going to rip on it, you know, insult them, but I would ask them, oh, well, why do you like it so much? And I'd be so curious to hear what they say. Let me take one more sip. Ha. That's it. The calling card is water. I'm telling you right now, the predominant flavor in this Castillo Gold is water. I'm starting to get a handle on it. Yeah, it has a lot of weird, exotic, strange, unusual, peculiar, not to mention odd background flavors. Those are all there. But it has an unusually and a perplexing similarity to water. Tap water, obviously, because you know that's what they're using in Puerto Rico and anywhere else. I can't get over it. Wow, it's really fascinating. Like, how could this rum taste so much like tap water? I gotta drink a whole bunch more to figure this out, baby. No, it's even swishing around in the bottle watery. Oh man, I can't get over it. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to try the Bacardi Silver. Like Stevie Nicks said, I can't wait. I can't wait. She couldn't wait. Stevie Nicks couldn't wait. She talked about that. She couldn't wait. She said, you know, I never like to stop. She said, that was my problem. I never had a stop sign in my life. She said, it's like if you buy a pound of Sara Lee, you know, if you buy a Sara Lee pound cake, you know, one of those frozen Sara Lee pound cakes, and you put it in your freezer, she says, you know, in 24 hours, you're going to eat all of it. I thought that was a fascinating comment because I was thinking to myself, no, I wouldn't. I would eat a little slice every day. But she said she would eat the whole thing in one day. And that's why she had all these drug problems, because she wouldn't just be like Christine McVie, you know, take a little sniff here and there, get some energy for the show. No, she was going to make it a lifestyle. You know what I mean? She was going to sniff it all day, every day, forever. Till they told her, you're about to die, you know. You're going to be the next Elvis. And she was like, oh. But she actually admitted, she said, I was so messed up. She was like, I wanted to die. I didn't care if I died. I didn't mind dying, you know. She said, but she thought it would be a bad example to young people. She said, no, that's a bad example. If I get on cocaine and I get out of control and I go berserk and I die, young people will say, oh, let me follow her or something. I don't know why she was thinking that, but anyway. Well, you know, 70 years old. She's mostly off the dope. She admitted she wasn't completely off of it, though. I said, nah. I told my friend Tom, I said, nah. These old drug addicts, man, they have a hard time giving it up. But they never drank Bacardi. I mean, they never drank Castillo Gold. If you were an old drunk, you might give it up. I don't know, but you might find you would make excuses. You know, you'd say, no, it has intricate, weird qualities. It does have that. The aroma is, it's like the Beatles song, Old Brown Shoe. It's like an old brown shoe. You know, I don't know what it is. It is memorable, though. Maybe it's insidious in that way. Like it's like a black widow spider. It's like, come on in, come on in. I'm so bad, I'm good. Yeah, and then you get caught up in it. But let me taste it one more time. I can't get caught up in it. Oh, it's so watery. I can't get over it. I cannot get over it. How could they make it so watery? I mean, it's like water. Man, maybe that's why the old drunks like it. Maybe they get drunk off water. You know, it's like they're drinking water. I don't know. It's bizarre. It is bizarre. I'm telling you, if you ever want to try an alcoholic beverage that is totally bizarre, try Castillo Gold. I can't get over that. That is something else. Now, a viewer might be saying you didn't make a big production over the Grand Reserve. I mean, the Reserva Ocho, like you're making over Castillo Gold. Reserva Ocho is way better. Yeah, right. Like you don't make a big production over something that's great, like it ought to be. Right? You go off and talk for 10 hours about atrocities like the earthquake high gravity 12%. Oh. Man, if I ever see that again, you know I'm gonna buy it. I mean, you know, I can't help it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna drink it. It's one of the few beers I ever drank that it came back up. Came back up. Took 3 hours too. It was like my body was like, no way I'm digesting this. This will not happen. It's like, it's coming up. I was like, all right, be like Paul McCartney, 1980, it's coming up. But man, I'll tell you one thing, I can get the I can get the earthquake high gravity 10% right here in town. Wouldn't recommend it, but it's unique. Earthquake high gravity 10%. I would be very, 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 very careful to drink one can. Very careful. Don't ever, in your wildest dreams, drink 2 cans of earthquake high gravity 10%. Never do that. I mean, unless it's over a 4-day period. Yeah, well, okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I'm so excited now. You say, wow, you drank this thing and now you're excited to drink Skull. Exactly correct. I'll admit it. Skull is a very strange gold rum. Can't get past that. It's $6.99 for a liter. So, but it has a very interesting history, and it is actually good. It's bizarre, but good. You know how some things are bizarre, but they're good. You know, is it going to beat the Bacardi Reserva Ocho? Obviously not. That'll be Friday. Obviously not. But on the other hand, will it be interesting? Oh yes, very interesting. Very interesting. I really, if there wasn't the problem with the alcohol, I would just taste these things constantly, like all the time, you know, but can't do that. If they were non-alcoholic and they just had all these flavors, you know, I would just try them like all the time. But they do have that 40% alcohol, which makes them have the flavors. So you can't have all those flavors and those the depth without the 40% alcohol. That's the problem. So that you can drink non-alcoholic products, but they don't have the depth. So that you're not going to get that. You get the new PBR Extra 6.5 down there yet? Unfortunately, we do not. But I guarantee you this, we're waiting on it with bated breath. They had the PBR Easy, but it didn't show up anywhere. It was at one store, which carries exotic products anyway. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of confidence that PBR Easy is going to show up around here. I'm kind of a little worried about that. I have a bad feeling I'm not going to see it, which is very depressing because if there was any product I would want to try in 2019, it would be the Pabst Blue Ribbon Extra, 6.5%. A good, solid, you know, beefy malt liquor. But I don't know. I got a bad feeling about it. I got a bad feeling about it. All right, that's enough. I'm going to eat. And then later today, I'm really excited about this. It's Pabst Blue Ribbon versus Michelob. Is Michelob going to win? Yeah. Will I be able to tell them apart? Yeah. Is it still going to be really interesting? Yeah. Excelsior.